Good Friday afternoon or evening or Saturday morning, wherever you are around the world. And welcome to episode 3 as we jump into the missing child's case of Summer Wells. Based off of request, we're going to kick off episode 3 with some background on Summer Wells's father, Donald Wells, aka Don Wells. Episode 3 will go into the father. Episode 4 will give background on the mother. And then episode 5 will dive into the mother and father as a whole and a little bit more in depth as to why people believe today that the parents have involvement in Summer Wells going missing. We're going to talk about when it comes to Don, what was his past like before Summer went missing? What are some things that happened with Dawn after she disappeared? We're going to talk about why Dawn ended up in jail, his release, and the loss of custody of their 3 sons. So stick around as we explore the mystery and complexity surrounding this case. Before we get into a deep dive of the disappearance of Summer, let's take a look at Don Wells' history. Don Wells is known for having a troubled past. Prior to his daughter Summer going missing, he had several run ins with the law. In fact, his criminal history includes charges related to both assault and DUI. And there are actually some DV audio recordings that I will be putting out at a later date pertaining to some of these law enforcement run ins. These events in his past have raised a lot of questions about his potential role in Summer's life. When Summer vanished in June of 2021, Don's reactions were scrutinized. In interviews, he seemed distraught, but some of his statements raised suspicions. He claimed that Summer was playing outside and suddenly disappeared. But was this really the case? Because their stories have flip flopped quite a bit between him, Candace, the mother, and the grandmother, which is Candace's mother. We're going to talk about that in another episode. After Summer's disappearance, Don's life took another twist. He was arrested in October of 2021. He was charged with a probation violation related to a prior DUI and ended up spending time in jail after Summer went missing. People began to wonder if his incarceration might have affected the investigation into Summer's case. Don's probation violation wasn't the only reason for his jail time. He was arrested for failure to comply with the terms of his probation after serving time for earlier charges. His arrest and time in jail took place right after the intense media coverage surrounding Summer's disappearance, which caused even more attention to be focused on him. But was this just a coincidence, or does it connect to Summer's case in any way? Don Wells was released from jail in early 2022, but his troubles did not end there. In addition to dealing with the investigation into his daughter's disappearance, Don and his wife Candace Bly lost custody of their 3 sons. Authorities removed the children from the home, citing concerns for their safety. What led to this decision? We're going to explore some of the factors that led to the Wells family losing custody and what it says about their situation. Don Wells has been at the center of a lot of speculation, and with the disappearance of Summer still unsolved, many questions continue to remain. What happened to Summer? Was Dawn's past a factor in her disappearance, or is there something more going on behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe and or follow for more updates as we continue to follow this literal, devastating, heartbreaking missing child's case. Not only will I be releasing audio of 911 calls for some of Don's previous assault charges There is a very interesting call audio between Don and his stepsister Mary that I will be putting out there as well. So keep an eye out for those videos. They will have a trigger warning on them, but here's a trigger warning in advance for both of the call audios that I'll be releasing. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. That's going to wrap up episode 3, and stay tuned for episode 4, where we talk a little bit about who is Candace Bly, which is Summer Wells's mother, Don Wells's wife. Bye, guys.